3 asked me a question last night in Las Vegas. She said, "So why do you still play music? You know, I mean, does it still move you the way it did 10 years ago? I mean, is it changed? I mean, John does it for the moolah, but which is, I mean, of course, that's why we got into the whole mess, right? So, but I thought it was an interesting question. I mean, and like, tell me, you guys you're on the top of your game right now, and it's like that many years later, and you've obviously evolved from whatever probably brought you into the whole musical world.
Right.
Are you still feeling it?
Man, there's just nothing else that is as exciting or as, I don't know, satisfying as when you put a group together. It starts literally from nothing, you know what I mean? It's just like you have ideas, and the ideas are just like, it's nothing. It's just, chemicals and electricity flowing around. And then you get together with some people and you make something out of nothing. And to me there's nothing better than creating something. And next thing you know, you've got an album out. Next thing you know, you're playing shows and people are coming because they like what you do. I think a lot of people, musicians especially, as they get older, they they no longer stay in touch with what it was that got them excited. And to me, rock is all about the energy and the excitement and just sound and rhythm and all that kind of stuff. And it will never change.
The first record was
Drunken hillbilly
whiskey,
in Nashville.
like way too much alcohol, way too much.
Way too much.
Fist fights,
Okay.
blood drawn.
Nice.
Witch recorded the record.
Okay.
Or
Mississippi.
Witchin' or whatever.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
witch. He doesn't like warlock. Is apparently
Yeah, warlock.
It's not PC to call like a male witch a warlock. Did you know that?
I'm not up on my witches and
Well, neither are we.
No,
So
we weren't, but now we are.
You know your witches and warlocks.
Highly
So a warlock
inappropriate.
recorded the record. Is that
yeah, for real.
funky, man?
Yeah.
I like
Showed up the first day with like wearing a kilt and like this like real fluffy kind of ruffled shirt, and his hair was just like crazy, like white, but just like shaved all the way around, and then just like down in the front, and it's like, man, I'm supposed to be taking you seriously.
Yeah.
The control board.
You got to get into
And
that.
then of course it was like a couple of hours. It was like, hey Joe, why don't you make that fader move like with your eyes?
What?
So of course he was levitating behind the board.
Channeling.
Cool. Shining.
Seriously.
A lot of shining going on.
Nice.
I was playing one time with my headphones on, and I just heard this in my head like, "Hey John, I think you should crash him right now." And it was Joe staring at me with his mouth shut.
Nice.
He was shining.
Nice.
So me and him, I was like the little kid, and he was like the old black guy in the Shining movie.
Yeah. So that's a good vibe to like
Yeah.
record a record out.
Yeah.
Well, kids, that's why the record rocks, right there. Okay.
Do you feel like they're
Musically speaking, you guys got like a progressive thing going here. It's musical, man. It's rich with music, and the kids were digging it. And that's a rad thing to see like young people like embracing like rad progressive music, man. Are you guys aware of that?
I guess so. I mean, it's kind of cool that we can get out there and not just do the typical kind of thing that's popular right now. You know what I mean? Like we can kind of mix it up and throw in things that are more melodic or atmospheric, as well as things that are more, shall we say, riff or beat driven. You know what I mean? Which is still the bread and butter, the lingua franca of rock.
Right.
Which I dig it, you dig it, everybody digs it. But the fact that we can make it, I know exactly what you're saying. The fact that we can mix it up and they'll still hang with us,
Right.
because they know that we'll deliver the goods later on.
It doesn't sound like there's one specific area that's inspiring you guys. I could see you guys even be inspired to like make music that's not even from a musical source. Like it could be like film or something, like you said,
Right.
cinematic earlier. And
Exactly. Yeah. Well, at the same time, though, I really wanted it to be like a rock band, like in the sense that you play songs, and songs meaning you have like what I would call auditory landmarks, meaning things, recurring motifs, things that kind of recur throughout the song. You know what I mean? And Mike does a lot of like experimental stuff, like things where it goes all over the place, where the thematic continuity can sometimes be in question.
But I mean, I think that each Tomahawk song definitely has a complete like mood of its own, obviously. So.